Hey, Shoutout here. In today's video, I want to go over how you can abuse the meta to climb rating in the ladder and improve as a player. I want to once again remind you that climbing the ladder should not be your primary goal, but improving as a player should be. First of all, I need to explain the difference between pro compositions and a meta pick. A meta character is a character that is either incredibly effective against other strong picks, for instance D.Va's defense matrix against Soldier's ultimate. Someone who counters himself, for instance Ana, can counter another Ana's nano boost, for example, with her own sleep dart. Someone who is flat out overpowered, for instance D.Va or a Soldier. Or someone who is hard to deal with. The best example right at the moment would be Symmetra. A pro composition does not have to be meta. You should play meta picks, not pro picks. A good way to find out what's in the meta at the moment is to just check the in-game leaderboards and see what the top players there pick. Now, most of the time they simply use comfort picks, but you will see a pattern. For instance, right now Roadhog is a very popular pick in higher ranked players. A good example to showcase this difference between a pro pick and a meta pick is Symmetra. Symmetra is an incredibly strong meta pick at the moment, especially on defense on 2CP. However, she's not a pro pick. She doesn't really work well against coordinated teams, which makes her unviable for competitive play. However, she does really well against pub teams in the regular competitive queue. In this case, Symmetra is a meta pick, but not a pro pick. Next up, let's go over learning a meta pick. In this case, we'll use Ana as an example. Ana is incredibly strong, and not having her on the team is a massive disadvantage if running a 3+ tank setup. Even if you don't like a meta character, learning them is a good way to get better and climb the ladder. Don't waste your time mastering Torbjorn. Mastering someone meta like Roadhog, for example, is a lot more rewarding. Also, getting into the intricacies of a character can be really fun. Maybe you think the character looks boring on the outside, but once you play them, that may change. Playing a meta character is not wasted time once they go out of meta. Eventually you will be familiar with all characters, making you very flexible and a good player no matter what the meta is. For example, at the start or in the beta of Overwatch, we had a very heavy flanker meta with Genji and Zenyatta going around. However, Genji got nerfed and he isn't really that strong of a pick anymore, but maybe one day he will come back into the meta, and those hours that those players have invested into Genji are not for naught. They will be able to reuse that experience. So what about playing off-meta picks? The biggest advantage of playing off-meta picks is their surprise factor. Widowmaker is by no means a meta pick. She sucks against tanks and is incredibly hard to play. However, I still have games where I get thoroughly wrecked by Widowmakers because I'm not used to dealing with her. She doesn't reach her full potential, but I am not prepared either. It is correct to question an off-meta pick, but don't be rude. If someone picks an off-meta pick, it's most likely because they're good with that pick. Tell them that you believe in them, but they should swap if it doesn't work out. Telling someone like that is very constructive, and usually they don't take it as an offense since you give them a chance to prove themselves. Alright, let's get to the conclusion. All in all, abusing meta picks help with reaching a higher rank. Roadhog, Ana, Soldier, they're all meta picks that are proven to get people to higher ranks. Don't be proud of your main character. Try out something new. Not only may you end up liking the meta pick, your team will support you all the time. I mean, when has anyone ever complained about an Ana on their team? And the pick is very strong. Alright, that does it for this video. I hope that this motivates you to maybe try out a meta pick, even though you really don't like it. And even in the future, if a character becomes really strong, even though you don't like them, just give them a try. You may be surprised with the results. And all in all, learning a character is always worth it, especially if they are in the meta. My name is Shoutout, and I'd like to thank you for learning.